The call came at 8:42 p.m., just as I was finishing up a long meeting. My wife, Hannah, almost never called during work, unless it was urgent. When I answered, her voice shook, soft, uneven, barely holding together. "Please get home right now." Those 6 words hit me like a punch. I didn't ask questions. I didn't even close my laptop. I grabbed my keys and left. The drive home felt endless. Every red light tested my patience, which I didn't have. My mind raced with possibilities. Had something happened to her? To Max, our dog? An accident? A break-in? My thoughts wouldn't settle, bouncing between fear and denial. When I finally turned onto our street, the first thing I noticed was the light in the living room, dim, flickering as if someone had been pacing and forgot to turn it off. I rushed in, heart pounding, expecting chaos. But Hannah sat perfectly still on the couch. She looked empty, not hurt, not panicked, just hollow. Her hands clasped in her lap, phone face down beside her. The TV was muted, showing a nature documentary. She clearly wasn't watching. "What happened?" I asked, voice tight. "Are you okay?" She looked up, eyes red but dry. "We need to talk, Luke." Those words never bring anything good. "I got a message tonight," she said, voice quiet, "from someone I didn't expect." I sat across from her, the air thick and charged. "A message from who?" Her lips quivered before she spoke. "From your coworker, Rachel?" The name hit harder than I wanted it to. I leaned back slowly, leather couch creaking under me. "Rachel," she sent screenshots. Hannah whispered, "Messages between you two." For a moment, I couldn't speak. Not because of guilt, but because I already knew what kind of misunderstanding this would be. Rachel had been messaging me for weeks about work projects, deadlines, client issues. But lately, her tone had fell off. I thought ignoring small talk was enough. Apparently it wasn't. "Hannah," I started carefully. "It's not what it looks like." She laughed, sharp, brittle, a sound far from her usual warmth. "You're actually going to say that?" "I'm telling the truth," I replied. "Rachel crossed lines. I've been keeping it professional. That's it." Her eyes narrowed. "Then why did she say you called her beautiful?" My stomach dropped. I hadn't said that. But I remembered an email from last week, a photo attached, asking my opinion on a design layout. I replied, "Looks great," meaning the design. Maybe Rachel twisted it. "I didn't," I said softly. "She's manipulating this." Hannah stared for a long time, long enough to see the storm behind her calm. "You always have an answer, don't you?" she finally said. "Always the rational one." I exhaled, rubbing my temples. "Because someone has to be, Hannah. One of us must stay grounded when things get messy." Her jaw tightened. "So now I'm messy." That's when I realized this wasn't about Rachel anymore. This was about us. The quiet distance that had grown over months. The kind that doesn't shout, but whispers into the cracks of a marriage. I lower my voice. "When did we stop trusting each other?" She looked away. "Maybe when you stopped noticing I was still trying." Something inside me broke. Not guilt, but grief for the simplicity we had. Before careers, before exhaustion, before the silence at dinner. "I never stopped trying," I said. "I just didn't know we were losing the same battle." For a while, neither of us spoke. The clock ticked. Outside, a car door slammed, distant and ordinary. Then Hannah reached for her phone and unlocked it. "If it's really nothing," she said, voice trembling. "Again, then explain this." She handed me the screen. As I looked at the thread glowing in her hand, my pulse spiked because the words weren't mine. The messages looked real. My name, my number, my profile picture. But the tone wasn't mine. You looked stunning today, one read. Another, if things were different, maybe yes. The last, don't tell anyone we talked.
My throat went dry.
These aren't mine. Hannah stared, her eyes searching my face for any hint of deceit. It's your number, Luke. I took her phone, hands shaking, scrolling through the thread. The timestamp matched a night I'd been working late at the office.
I
remembered the project, the calls, the emails. I also remembered Rachel staying behind, offering me coffee I hadn't
touched.
She cloned my number, I said quietly. It's not hard if you have access to certain tools. She's been desperate, Hannah. She wanted something I wouldn't give her. Do you hear how that sounds? Hannah whispered. You're saying she faked all this just to destroy us? Yes, I said, meeting her gaze. Because I didn't give her what she wanted. Now she's making sure you think I did. She looked torn, eyes flicking between the phone and me. I could see the part of her that wanted to believe and the part that already didn't. I don't know what to think anymore, she admitted. Then don't think, I said softly. Ask me. Look at me. You've known me for 10 years, Hannah. Do those words sound like mine? Silence stretched between us, filled with the hum of the fridge and the soft drip of the faucet. Finally, she exhaled. I want to believe you. I really do. Then start there, I said. Please. But even as I said it, I knew the damage
was done.
Once doubt enters love, it doesn't scream. It whispers until you can't tell what's real anymore. That night, she slept in the guest room. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying every conversation with Rachel, every ignored warning. Somewhere between exhaustion and anger, I made a decision. By morning I was waiting in the parking lot outside the office. When Rachel arrived, her smile faltered. The moment she saw me, Luke, you're here. Early. I ignored small talk. We need to talk. She looked around, nervous.
Now.
Yes, now. I stepped closer, voice low but firm.
You
messaged my wife. You crossed a line. I don't know what you're trying to do, but it ends today. Her expression shifted, flustered, defensive. I don't know what you mean, Rachel. I know manipulation. When I see it, I said. You wanted more than work. When I didn't give it, you went after my marriage. She folded her arms, eyes cold. Maybe if your wife believed me so easily, that says more about your marriage than me. The words hit harder than I expected. I didn't show it.
I
stepped back. You're right, I said quietly, but I won't let you destroy what's left of it. Then I turned and walked away. That evening, I came home to find Hannah in the same spot on the couch, phone in hand. She'd been crying. This time I could tell. She confessed, she said before I spoke. Rachel sent another message. Said she just wanted to see how much I trusted you. I sat beside her, exhausted. So you know now. She nodded slowly. I know, but that doesn't fix everything, Luke. I still doubted you. I reached for your hand, and I still blamed you for not seeing it sooner. We both failed each other a little.
She
looked at me, really looked. Where do we go from here? I paused. Forward if we can, separate if we must, but not pretending anymore. Her tears came quietly. Mine didn't. Maybe because somewhere inside I'd already cried everything there was to cry. We didn't promise to fix it that night. We just sat together in the dim light. Two people holding the fragile remains of something they once believed unbreakable. Sometimes betrayal doesn't come from lies or cheating. Sometimes it's the silence, the doubt, the way love forgets how to trust. As the clock struck midnight, I realized something painful, true. Even when innocence is proven, the damage can be permanent, and the person you rush home to save might already be gone.